Midway along the journey of my life, I woke to find myself in a dark wood, for I had wandered off from the straight path. How hard it is to tell what it was like, this wood of wilderness, fear, and loneliness. How I entered there, I cannot remember. The hour was early in the morning then. 9 times since my birth, the sun had circled back to almost the same point. So the hour and sweet season of creation encouraged me to think I could get past. When I found myself at the foot of a hill, a beast sprang up, forcing me back to where the sun is mute. While I was rushing down to that low place, my eyes made out a figure of one grown faint, perhaps from too much silence. But you must journey down another road, he told me. This beast, the one you cry about in fear, allows no soul to succeed along her path. She will block your way and put an end to you.
Hello, my brother. Good morning.
How are you?
Good. They're gonna fucking kill you again today.
Hope not.
Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. All right.
The day was fading, and the darkening air was releasing all the creatures on our earth from their daily tasks. And I, one man alone, was making ready to endure the battle of the journey and of the pity it involved, which my memory, unerring, shall now retrace. I am the way into the doleful city. I am the way into eternal grief. I am the way to a forsaken race. I saw these words spelled out in somber colors, inscribed along the ledge above the gate. "Master," I said, "these words I see are cruel." He answered me, speaking with experience, "Now here, you must leave all distrust behind. Let all your cowardice die on this spot."
Las Fuerzas Armadas y Carabineros de Chile declaran, primero, que el señor presidente de la República debe proceder a la inmediata entrega de su alto cargo a las Fuerzas Armadas y Carabineros de Chile. Segundo, que las Fuerzas Armadas y el Cuerpo de Carabineros de Chile están unidos para iniciar la histórica y responsable misión de luchar por la liberación de la patria del yugo marxista.
My message is clear. I will not surrender. The President of Chile receives visitors here at the residence of the constitutional government. If Pinochet wants to talk, he should come to La Moneda. This is an order of the President of the nation.
Why? I always respected them. I never insulted them as they did me and Pratt, their own commander. But how they humiliated him. They sent their wives to embarrass him publicly. 300 women insulting him. And he resigned. Prats. He knew he had no choice. Of course, that's why he resigned. He must have heard to leave me practically alone. They knew that without Prats, I would be missing a limb. That if Prats hadn't resigned, we would have faced a civil war. And neither of us wanted blood. When we first started down this path, I believed in the people. Here, we can make a revolution along lines that Chile has established. At the minimal social cost. Without sacrificing lives and without disorganizing production. But we fell into the trap. We trusted the vertical obedience of the military. And now we find ourselves alone. This is how the first words of the fight for the new Chile of my dreams are being written, like this, assassinating us. They don't want to understand the democratic revolution. They confuse revolution with communism. Bullets are quicker than words, but they don't realize that they mean different things. They think the only way is death and destruction. The people will write the history from now on.
It was less than night and less than day. Keeping my eyes still turned that way, I soon made out what seemed to be high clustered towers. "Master," I said, "what city lies ahead?" "Because you try to penetrate the shadows from much too far away. You confuse the truth with your imagination. You will see clearly when you reach that place how much your eyes may be deceived by distance.
This is Allende. Carvajal. Tell me, Admiral, who do you think you are? You're talking to the President of Chile, and the President of Chile does not stand down. You can forget about your plane and tell your traitor that Salvador Allende will not resign.
A carabineros que se encuentran en la moneda se les pide que abandonen de inmediato. Firmada, comandantes en jefe del Ejército, Armada, Fuerza Aérea y Director General de Carabineros.
They sell themselves like whores, so they think everyone else will too. They can kill me as many times as they want, but get me to resign, never.
You who come to the place where pain is host, be careful how you enter and whom you trust. It's easy to get in, but don't be fooled.
I entered La Moneda this morning through the main gate as the President of Chile. And if I leave here alive, I will do so through those same gates and still as the President of Chile. You will not catch me fleeing in my pajamas or knocking on embassy doors.
This way, I went descending from the first into the second round that holds less space, but much more pain. It brought my soul to weep. Tell me, my teacher, tell me, O my master, did anyone ever leave here through his merit or with another's help and go to bliss?
Perfect coup! I have no room to maneuver whatsoever. Thank you for your company. I am alone, you know. But you also know that loneliness is not the same as being alone. Loneliness is being betrayed. It's agonizing over broken dreams. It's those friends who are no longer friends, or those who are dead or are about to die, and one cannot help them. Total loneliness must be like death.
Then moving to one side, we reached a place spread out and luminous, higher than before, allowing us to view all who were there. There were people there whose eyes were calm and grave, whose bearing told of great authority. Seldom they spoke, and always quietly.
La victoria alcanzada por ustedes tiene una alta y honda significación nacional. Pero yo sé que ustedes, que hicieron posible que el pueblo fuera mañana gobierno, tendrán la responsabilidad histórica de hacer posible lo que Chile anhela.
Letelier. Where is Orlando?
Where is Orlando?
I sent him this morning to the Ministry of Defense, and he has not returned or telephoned. The damn military must have arrested him. I hope that's all that has happened. Although who knows? Being in prison now could actually be worse than death. This is Allende. Any news for Letelier? Try again. I need to know where Letelier is. I am responsible for him. Of course, we don't know. Even this morning, we didn't know that the military had taken over the Ministry of Defense. And we had no idea that our naval fleet had deserted their exercises in the Pacific with the North Americans.
These airplanes practicing
so as to hit the bullseye when it's time to destroy us. I even decorated Lee. When they see that I won't give myself up, they will bomb this building with me in it so that my grave will be under the rubble. It's a perfect solution to the problem that I am for these traitors. Of course, everyone will have their own version of my death afterwards. But I'm going to screw them all. I am going to die only once, and this death will be mine, alone.
Then the good master said, "You do not ask, what sort of souls are these you see around you? You should know now, before we go on further. They have not sinned, but their great worth alone was not enough."
There are no more loyal soldiers left to defend Chile. They're all either imprisoned or dead. Because these butchers don't care if they kill their own colleagues to stop me from being president. Just as they did with General Schneider. I take too many risks. It didn't even click with me when I found an irreverent note. How much time do you have left, Mr. President? The same warning that I got when the Navy told me that they were at war with me. Traitors. How low can you go? Is this why you insist that I resign? To force me to beg for my life? To negotiate my dignity in return for my freedom? Do you really think that I care about my life anymore?
Revolutionaries are not cowards.
Now, turn your back and cover up your eyes. These were my master's words. He turned me round and did not trust my hands to hide my eyes, but placed his own on mine and kept them covered. You who own a clear mind, look now and see the meaning that is hidden beneath the veil that covers my strange verses.
How few of us are left to defend Chile? Only a handful of men and women. They have to go. The women can't stay in La Moneda any longer. Pachita, Isabel, Beatriz. She's 7 months pregnant with a grandchild that I will meet. This is Allende. Put me through to my daughter Beatriz. Beatriz, you have to leave immediately for your own safety. Take your sister Isabel with you, all of you. I said all of you. La Moneda is turning into a bonfire, Beatriz. Everything is out of control. It's the end of the government of the popular unity. No, not the end of me. Your child must be born. I want to be able to play with him someday. If that child dies because you stayed, you will have killed him. Hold on, there is someone trying to get through on the other line. This is Allende. What? Are you sure? El perro. Olivares. Suicide. You didn't want to risk it. We fought together for so long. Now you know the meaning of loneliness. Patrice. Now the important thing is that you get out of here. Everyone can go, I promise you. But you must promise me that you will live. We all have a mission, and yours is to live. I will only die if I am forgotten. And as long as you live, I will never die. We'll see each other soon. I love you too. I love all of you.
My daughters. My dear daughters.
I cannot sacrifice them. Had we had the son Tencha and I always dreamt of, I am sure he would be here by my side. But he too would have to go. Hortensia. Her green eyes. She was unlike the others. She asked me to call her Tencha. We argued, and we fell in love. Chicho and Tencha. We began to drift apart. Worse still, we began to tolerate each other. She will be in my heart until the very end. They will all be in my heart.
At the end of the day, we're made of skin and dreams. I can hear those sirens, but now their sound is of death.
General Baeza, the President of Chile speaking. I demand a ceasefire so that the women can leave. You may be capable of
betraying your nation, but I kindly request that you not betray
what a man owes to a woman. Respect him, at least. This is Allende. The women have to leave immediately. Baeza promised
to get them a bulletproof car. They all have to go. Frida, Verónica!
Que Isabel, Beatriz, Payita! Payita. All the hours of my life that you warmed with your kisses. The fire in your hands, mi negra chilena. All our memories. The day we discovered each other. I thought you were too young for me. But in reality, I am too old for you. But that didn't matter to either one of us. We are not a mistake. My mistake was with the military. I shouldn't have hesitated. I should have followed my instincts. Traitors are eternal losers. No one respects them. A traitor is like the living dead.
I said, Master, will these torments be increased or lessened on the final judgment day? Or will the pain be just the same as now? And he said to me, this journey to the depths does have a reason. And then we started down a fourth abyss, making our way along the dismal slope where all the evil of the world is put away.
I don't care if I lose this battle. Not all battles are to be won. But they all have to be fought. Until the end. I told my aide-de-camp that I would shoot my last bullet here. They told me not to. But they didn't say they would defend me. This is loneliness. It doesn't matter. I will do what I have to. President who stands down degrades himself. Perhaps I've made more mistakes than I should have. But no one can hide his defects. I was never too concerned about my public image. But at least I've always been honest. I am Salvador Isabelino del Sagrado Corazón Allende Gossens. As I am. Never wanted to be anyone else. I don't regret anything. I accept my mistakes. I am not cut out to be a hero or a martyr. I am no one's leader now, nor was I able to be a president for all Chileans. But I am an open book. I think my heart is tired. If Pajita were here, she would have gone for my pills. Pajita, my mysterious nurse. She and Beatriz both. Thanks to them, the public never knew about my heart attack.
I don't need pills today. All I need is time, and no one can give me that now.
How long my life will last, I do not know. But even if I come back soon, my heart already will have reached the shore, because the place where I was born to live is being stripped of virtue day by day, doomed to rip itself to ruin.
It was probably the lack of sleep. No one could sleep over the past few weeks. All the times that I had to lie to the cabinet council so that I could hide in the bathroom and sleep for half an hour. The president of Chile having to lie like a child. I bet Nixon didn't lose any sleep over my troubles. Every hour of the day, a new problem to deal with. The country breaking up day after day. They snipped my wings from the very first day. When the opponent is merciless, the game can become a very violent struggle. That was the first lesson from Master DeMarchi. I guess I'm not going to win this chess game. DeMarchi would insist in calling it even, but it's impossible already. The moment I wasn't looking, they fenced in my pieces. When it's finished, I will be at peace. When what is finished? The life of the president of Chile? The legality of the nation? They are punishing me for defending the poor and getting back what belongs to our country. There were two sides. One constructing, another one destroying. If I admit my faults, I am a demagogue. If I don't, I am an arrogant. If I drink wine, I am a drunk. If I am chivalrous with a woman, I am a womanizer. Well, I have been, and I am all of those things. I am not defeated because ideas never die. But what pains me is this lack of understanding and betrayal. So, what am I for wanting their people and my country to live with dignity? Stupid? Well, then I must be a stupid communist. They are punishing the first socialist president in the American continent, legitimately elected by the people.
And so I looked and saw a kind of banner rushing ahead, whirling with aimless speed. Behind it, an interminable train of souls pressed on, so many that I wondered how death could have undone so great a number.
This is Allende. What? My house? That's impossible. It can't be the common people. It's those bastard fascists. Oh, my people would not plunder their president's house. Tencha. Where is my wife? I'll find out where she is.
Just so I found myself, unable to speak, like one asleep who dreams himself in trouble, and in his dream he wishes he were dreaming.
Not a chance to defend myself.
Even the Carabineers have betrayed the government. They're all there, waiting to make sure that I am arrested and killed. They have deserted their duty to protect the government and the president of Chile. I will die feeling the pain of that betrayal. Betrayal. Feels like being knifed in the heart. It almost sounds poetic.
I never read much poetry, not even much of Neruda's. Pablo, my friend.
Salvador Allende, en compañía del poeta Pablo Neruda.
But he knew. Long ago in Spain, he could have been explaining what is happening right now.
De los pueblos espera escondida o abierta para cambiar los viejos moldes, para darle a ustedes los sueños que soñaron.
I should have read Neruda then. At least. He's nearly gone as well. More tanks.
They want to ensure that La Moneda becomes the grave of Chilean democracy.
Almost 3 years ago. Back then, the streets were full of happy people celebrating the victory of the new government of the popular unity. And I spoke to the nation from this very balcony.
I spoke to a newly born Chile, a Chile for all Chileans, and I told them that it was time for hope.
I never imagined that one day, in this very balcony, I would have to protect my life from them.
This is Allende. Have the women gone yet? I want them to leave immediately for their own safety.
Out! Out! All of them! This is a message that I will not repeat. It is over!
It was over when it started. The military's plan was perfect and very simple. Unity. Last June's uprising was a practice run to uncover our leaders, to destroy our vision. I should have learned from President Alessandri Palma. The first thing he did was organize the people's militia to protect him from the military. I should have been better prepared. But I don't want my country to drown in blood. Blood is on its way. It is a dark and stormy torrent like the Cautine in winter. No one will come to help us. Perhaps it's better that way. No one should be able to say that Salvador Allende turned his country into a slaughterhouse. It doesn't matter that I should disappear. Presidents are elected, sometimes removed, or they are given the option of a dignified death. Presidents can be replaced. But the people, how can the people be replaced?
Their hands were tied behind their backs with serpents, which wrapped their tails and heads and coiled themselves in knots around their bodies. Teacher, what are these sounds I hear? What souls are these so overwhelmed by grief? What torments do they suffer that force them to lament so bitterly? The world will not recall them having been there. Heaven's mercy and its justice turn from them. Let's not discuss them, just look and pass them by.
I know the people. In the streets and in the bars, in the hospitals, on the corners. Even as a man about town and middle-class student, I understood the working class. I wanted to become a doctor, like my grandfather, to care for the poor. So I did. I thought that Marxism was a way to help the people. So I became a Marxist. I leave no dreams unfulfilled. And no debts unpaid. What more can I ask? I keep my promises. I promised my father at his grave that I would not let his good name be tarnished. And I didn't. Whatever happens to me now, it doesn't matter. My real destiny is my past, which holds all my ideals and passions, my sleepless nights and my defeats. My future will belong to whoever wants to remember me. Am I going to die?
The moon is underneath our feet. The time remaining to us now is short. And there is something you have not seen yet.
I have sensed death for a while now. As a doctor, I performed many autopsies. I cannot mistake that smell.
La Moneda is burning. They are burning my country.
A country of corpses and their ashes, which I can no longer defend.
What can I defend it with? 24 rifles and a handful of friends? The world needs to know this truth. What is going on today and everything else.
Two small flames had attracted our eyes, and another, so far off the eye could hardly see, flashed back a sign. I turned to the vast sea of human knowledge. What sign is this? What does it answer? Through these lights, you'll see your destiny, unless the marshes vapors hide it from you.
What is going on out there?
I will have to wait a little longer.
But I can't wait. I have no time left. The revolution has no time left. The country has no time left.
How much longer can we resist? Every moment that passes is a possibility, but for what? I'm no good to them, dead or alive, or even in exile,
or imprisoned in my own country. They will have to find some solution. I will not allow them to decide my fate. "30 gunshots to defend Chile, minus the last one. Let them shit as many bombs as they want. The blood that runs through my veins is that of men who know how to die on their feet, and I will not betray them. I am ready to settle my debt. So many things are turning to ashes. This morning, Tencha looked at me in silence. There were no kisses or tears. I had never seen her eyes so penetrating as I did today. Passions do not perturb her, and she does not mix loyalty with resentment. Even when she asked me if Pajita was in La Moneda, and I answered yes, she was so serene. She understood that it was no longer her duty to die by my side. And she slipped into a heroic silence. I wanted to say something for her to remember me by, but I couldn't find a single word. I was in too much of a rush, as usual. 3 years of being in a rush. 3 years of brief nights and interminable days. My death sentence is already certain. I signed it myself when I decided that the president of Chile dies in his place. President Balmaceda waited until the last very moment to kill himself. He did not want to give up the presidency to a handful of traitors and assassins. There is a lesson that I learned very well. This time I'm not going to let you down, Master DeMarchi. I would have liked to fight some more. But one cannot keep fighting when the fight is over. "1:30 in the afternoon. 6 hours in La Moneda. It is just a matter of time. Why do I want to know the time? Who will come to La Moneda? The people up in arms? A general who may have escaped the massacre of the loyalists? Prats isn't here now to stand up to the rebel tanks as he did 3 months ago. He's too loyal to survive this. When he cried, his tears were those of a man. I know. When I heard that the miners doubted my word because they didn't understand that they could not run faster than the country itself, I too cried. Of course, Prats is in danger. This is Allende. Pajita, what are you still doing here? My heart is fine, still beating. No, you can't stay. Live and remember me. Go, Pasha. Goodbye. I'm sorry, Pajita. There was never time to plan our future. The country and our lives got mixed up. Did I ever tell you that your lips are the best Chilean grapes?
We arrived at the last circle, the round of rain, eternal, cold, and falling heavy.
They want to kill us quickly. Allende here. Make a white
Flag and get in line ready to get out. Be Be sure you have destroyed all personal information. A name or an address in the hands of
These assassins will be a death sentence. Bajita brought me a glass of whiskey. Where is it? Allende speaking.
my bodyguards want to stay.
No!
It is time to get out!
We have done our duty, and I am grateful to you for your loyalty. But you must go! We have wasted too much time talking to the military, to the communists, to the socialists, to everyone. For what? It just exhausted us. And at the end, no one knows anything. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. The military knew everything. While we were having our dreams, they were advancing slowly, but surely. Last month, there were 800,000 people out there celebrating the 3rd anniversary of our victory. There was a sea of flags and banners, music and hymns, women and children, the copper miners and the Mapuches.
You know this place is round. And though your journey has been long, circling toward the bottom, turning always to the left, you still have not completed a full circle. So you should not look surprised if you see something you have not seen before.
This is Allende. I need to go on the air if there is a radio station that still works. I need to talk to my people for the last time. Can I begin? The President of Chile speaking. This is the last chance I will have to address you. Probably Radio Magallanes will be silenced, and the calm metal of my voice will not reach you. It does not matter. You will continue to hear me. I will always be at your side, and you will remember me at least as a dignified man who was loyal to his country. My words are not tainted by bitterness, but rather by deception. And I hope there may be a punishment for those who have betrayed the oath they took as soldiers of Chile. Workers of my country, I have faith in Chile and in her destiny. Other men will overcome this gray and bitter moment where treason tries to impose herself. May you continue to know that much sooner than later, the great avenues through which free men will pass to build a better society will open. Long live Chile. Long live the people. Long live the workers. These are my last words. I am sure that my sacrifice will not be in vain. I am sure that it will be at least a moral lesson that will punish felony, treason, and cowardice. Tencha used to tell me that I should shorten my speeches. I guess she was right.
What fortune or what destiny leads you down here before your final hour? And who is this one showing you the way?
Have pity on my soul, I cried to him. Whichever you are, shade or living man.
Let them do what they want. We didn't do too badly, did we? It was a good fight. Allende will not surrender to these corrupt generals.
But soon it will be day. Now is the time to leave this place, for we have seen it all. My master and I entered that hidden road to make our way back up to the bright world. We climbed, he first and I behind. We never thought of resting while we climbed. Until, through a small round opening ahead of us, we came out once more to see the sun. For better waters now, the little bark of my poetic powers hoists its sails and leaves behind the cruelest of the seas.
La enfermedad de los ojos tiene preso a cualquiera, le cambia mucho el gusto por lo que de bien se quiera. Si al ojo le pregunto, me responderán cantando, le cambia mucho el gusto por lo que de bien se quiera. La enfermedad de los ojos me dice toma tu tiempo, que la distancia se corte, que no quema que espejos, si los colores se incluyen, que también tengan el negro, el blanco para los manchones y el celeste para el cielo. La enfermedad de los ojos me pilló por sorpresa, me dijo toma tu tiempo, pa' lo que de bien se quiera, si pienso lo que se tiene, no se sabe de repente, que la vida se hace tira, cuando menos se lo piense. Tranquila, toma la llave, yo te la doy de regalos, pa' que abra y todas las puertas, que están cerradas con candados. Un día me dice hola, después yo le digo chao, deja la puerta abierta, pa' que entremos sin cuidado. La enfermedad de los ojos me dice toma tu tiempo, que la distancia se corte, que no quema que espejos, si los colores se incluyen, que también tengan el negro, el blanco para los manchones y el celeste para el cielo. La enfermedad de los ojos me pilló por sorpresa, me dijo toma tu tiempo, pa' lo que de bien se quiera, si pienso lo que se tiene, no se sabe de repente, que la vida se hace tira, cuando menos se lo piense.